Okay, so lately I've been really fucking angry. Um, we've already established this summer I've been very depressed, and the past week or two, what's been really pushing me down has been me thinking about humanity and what humanity is, and it really upsets me and makes me angry. So I've written down in a notepad here 5 categories, which I think that boils down to, that I want to discuss. Number one, these are in no particular order except from the final one. Number one is the gross, well, from where I'm standing and the current landscape of my mind, the gross dopamine chasing nature of humans. It, se- it seems to me that as a human, all you do is you chase the next hit, the next thing that's gonna make your neurons fire in the way that you just like it, you know. And you're just we're just animals that are like way too advanced for our own good, that need just, we're just gross. Like it's genuinely gross how people just chase this high all the time. It disgusts me. And I'm guilty of it too, and that's why I hate myself as well as all of humanity. It disgusts me, bro. Two is the current political landscape. The polarization of people within politics on both the left and the right. Look at me using polarization terms like left and right, by the way. The tribal nature of the left and the right nowadays is disgusting because we're one people. We're no different from each other. Like our worldviews may be different, but we're still people, and people still need to be treated with kindness. And then, if I was to place myself on this polarization scale, I would be left wing, of course. So when I look at people with right wing views, their views disgust me. But I just think these people still need to be treated with kindness, and I can't be mean. And I don't believe these people deserve any abuse. Category 3 is the abuse of nature. Um, Actually, we'll talk about the abuse of nature in a second. We'll skip over to category 4, and then I'll tie it back to category 3. Category 4 is greed. The capitalistic structure of humanity across the globe is gross, because the, the the disregard for people's common humanity and the disregard for people that are struggling. I've been saying this a lot in this video, but it's fucking gross. People aren't numbers, bro. It's it's it just it. This is the thing that makes me the most angry. Not only the disregard of people, tying this back to category 3 of the abuse of nature, the corporate greed. The corporate greed, they As my granny would say, the men in suits, they disregard the planet around us for their profit margin, leading to what will be the end of the world. Because a bigger number in their bank account is more important to them than protecting the planet. And don't get me wrong, people, the common man, abuses nature too. But I also believe that I've just gotten louder and louder as this video's gone on. I also believe that people shouldn't be blamed for the men in suits' shortcomings. Like, for example, fair trade. It's praised as this awesome initiative. I dislike fair trade because, okay, the concept of paying low wage workers in third world countries, that's the shit I'm on about. But if you know how fair trade works, you know what I'm talking about, or maybe you don't. But what I don't like about fair trade is if you imagine a bar of like percentage or whatever, like a bar graph, a compound bar graph of the profit and the distribution. If we split that into two categories pre fair trade, there was what the what the or the profit according to the price of one item. Say we're buying like a chocolate bar for £2. Before fair trade, the big company that was making the chocolate bar, or the men in suits, would make 175 of that chocolate bar. But the people making the cocoa and all the other ingredients would only get 25p. Okay, so fair trade comes along and says that's not right. That's very true. That is not right. So their solution, instead of shifting the percentages so it's the men in suits are making less money, what they do is they charge the consumer more and give that extra charge to the farmers. Why is the common man consumer being punished for the men in suits' shortcomings? I went on a tangent and I sort of started talking about greed again, but the abuse of nature in the replacement of green spaces for human infrastructure is gross. The words gross and disgusting have been used in a lot of this video, but everything I'm talking about is gross and it is disgusting. I hate corporate greed. And our final category it's sort of an umbrella. It's an umbrella for all the other categories. It's the lack of kindness. The lack of good human nature. All I try to do in my life is be a good person. Good person is a loose term, of course, but it's a man-made term. But spread kindness onto others and prioritize everyone just as much as you prioritize yourself. Equality of your respect, equality of your kindness, and equality of all people. Those three rules were disregarded by 95% of the world's population. There are very few truly kind people in this world. And the left wing, again using the polarization terms, because I'm just as got as everyone fucking else. The left wing, the section of left wing The cancel culture section of the left wing praise themselves as angels of goodwill, and they celebrate the killing of polarization term right wing figures. They celebrate dictatorship over the right wing, and it's gross. It's gross, and you see it on both sides of the polarization river. I hate it. People aren't kind. Corporations aren't kind. The common man isn't kind. Now, I have great respect for the 5%. And you may think you're the 5%, but you're not always kind. I don't think I'm part of the 5%. I'm the best thing you can do is fucking try. I don't even think it's 5%. I'd say it's less than 1% of people are truly kind. And there's also a good percent that are just fucking trying. And I think I'm just fucking trying. Be kind. Don't let anyone ever tell you that you're something that you're not. And have a good life.